What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're doing a Smackdown review. We started off with a recap of the Miz Bray Wyatt match at TLC with Daniel Bryan's return. And we got Daniel Bryan coming out. He says it's good to be back in Brooklyn. He talks about his ordeal with Bray Wyatt, how it's changed him, and vows that he's going to change Bray Wyatt. He then calls out Wyatt, but the Miz comes out. He says what happened to you was bad, but what happened to him and his family was worse, and that the Miz plans on taking the Universal title away from Bray Wyatt. And of course, it wouldn't be a Smackdown without King Corbin coming out. Great. Dude. He runs down the Miz and Bryan and says that he wants the Universal title as well. He puts his foot in his mouth by saying that Daniel Bryan and the Miz were failures as fathers. Before he gets his ass kicked, Dolph Ziggler comes in, attacks Miz and Daniel Bryan, and the heels stand tall. Soon after, it's announced that for the main event, we're going to have a tag team match with the Miz and Daniel Bryan versus King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Woohoo, can't wait for that one. We then have a gorilla position interview with Heavy Machinery. They're getting ready for their next match. Mandy Rose comes walking into frame, says she picked Otis as the Secret Santa, feels sorry for what happened to Otis's ham last week, so as a present, she gives him a ham and a kiss on the cheek. So our next match, Heavy Machinery versus Revival in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. This is an okay match. Heavy Machinery gets beat down till the Revival throw the ham down onto the floor. Then Otis goes all Super Saiyan on everybody. Otis dumps a bag of Legos onto the ground, slams Dawson on it, and gets the win with the compactor. Back from the commercial, the Revival are still in the ring and they're cutting a promo. They're interrupted by Elias, who sings a song running down the Revival. Backstage, Sami Zayn approaches Braun Strowman, says he picked him for the Secret Santa, and Strowman tells Zayn that he wants an Intercontinental title match for his Christmas present. Then we got Carmella versus Sonya Deville. This really wasn't much of a match. It was kind of short. Carmella won with the Code of Silence. Okay. Then we got the New Day versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro with Sami Zayn in their corner. This is surprisingly a good match, although we did have some interference from Sami Zayn. Big E intercepted a Kinshasa with a big clothesline. There was a whole lot of near falls. Kofi Kingston got a devastating surprise roll up and got the pin. After the match, Nakamura and Cesaro beat down on the New Day. Braun Strowman comes out for the save and cleans house. We then have Dana Brooke versus Bayley with Sasha Banks in her corner. This was basically a glorified squash match. Bayley won. After the match, Bayley and Sasha Banks start mouthing off to Dana Brooke. Lacey Evans comes running out, gets on the microphone, runs down Sasha Banks and challenges her to a match right now. So, next match, Sasha Banks versus Lacey Evans with Dana Brooke and Bayley in their corners. This pretty much was a waste of a match. It led out to a double countout and a big fight breaking out at ringside in front of Lacey Evans' family. Alright, we then come to our main event, the match we've all been waiting for. Bruh. The Miz and Daniel Bryan versus King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Woohoo, wow. This was pretty much a waste of a match. The Miz got the figure 4 onto Dolph Ziggler. He taps out. After the match, the lights start going out. Bray Wyatt laughs, and we end tonight's Smackdown. They did mention that next week we're going to have a triple threat match with The Miz, Daniel Bryan, and King Corbin for the #1 contender for the Universal title. Somehow, I'm pretty sure Dolph Ziggler's going to weasel his way into it somewhere. Tonight's Smackdown was alright. I mean, there were some matches that were okay. There were quite a few of them that kind of sucked. There really isn't much to say about this. It was, alright. It was okay. But that'll do it for this episode of Smackdown Review. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's Smackdown, what you thought about this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.